Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Python programming class. Our Python programming class. Okay, for us to start with, if you do not have a Python uh, package on your system, the first thing you need to do is to first of all install it into your system. So you go online, search for download Python. It might be Python 3 or Python 2, but I prefer you download Python 3. Depending on the kind of laptop you are using or desktop. If you are using Windows 10 64 bytes, please search for Python 3.8 or Python 3.7. You can also use Python 3.6 depending on the kind of laptop or desktop that you're using. So once you search for it, this is it on the screen. Just download any one of them. Download Python into the kind of system you're using. Maybe it's like byte 3, byte 32 or 64, any one of it. So just go ahead and download, and then you see all these things. The process of downloading and installing it is already there. You can see some pictures there. So once you have successfully installed it into your system, then go and search for IDLE. IDLE. Then it will bring out the kind of the shell part onto you. So then you click on it. Once you click on it, it brings you to this place. This is where we call the shell. This is where we call the shell on Python. What can we do with the shell? We can calculate in the shell. The shell is like the rough part of a Python. Okay, so but why do we even learn Python in the first place? Why do we choose Python? Why even learning programming language? Okay, learning a programming language, you can get a good job with programming language, just especially if you are living in Nigeria, for example, and the rate of unemployment is very high. So what thing you can do is to learn programming language, and I assure you that you get job with programming language all over the world. There are jobs for programmers. So if you're a programmer in Nigeria especially, you will get a good job. So that is number one reason why we learn programming language. And also the reason why we learn programming language, it helps us to have a logical thinking, so you can think very well. Okay, so why do we choose Python? Python is very easy to read and learn. So that is why one of the major reasons why we choose Python. And most companies and organizations today are using Python. So if you learn Python, definitely you're going to get a good job. Okay, so let's come back to our own programming now. So now we are in a shell environment. We call this shell interpreter. This is an interpreter. What do we mean by an interpreter? If you're in Nigeria, for example, that we have different languages. If a preacher is preaching, let's say a pastor is preaching, somebody has to interpret for that person. And once a pastor make a sentence, the interpreter interprets that sentence. He will not wait until the pastor finish all what he needs to say before he interprets. He just interprets it line by line as the pastor is saying it. So the same thing with Python, because the language of the computer is totally different from our own language. So someone needs to interpret our language to the computer. So that is what the interpreter does. It interprets. Take for instance, if I say 7 plus 3 and I click enter, the system automatically interprets it for the system. It interprets it and I get my desired result. That's why I have 10. Okay, let me say 76 times 5. Okay, I have 380. Instantly I got my answer. So that is what the interpreter does. It just gives you the answer. So this place is like a rough environment where you can just type in and get your answer. It's like when you are doing mathematics in an exam. Definitely you have a rough paper where you work all those things. One thing with this place is that you can't save it. Anything you do in it, once you will close the system, everything is wiped off. That means when you come back to this place next time, you have to go through the running of it over and over again. So that is just one beautiful thing about this environment. Okay, now let's just print something very simple. Let me just print something like this. In every programming language, all the programmers, the first thing they always do is to greet everyone, greet the world. So hello everyone. Okay, this is very simple. Okay, so if I press it now, so it's interpreting it for me immediately. Hello everyone. So this is environment where whatever you put into the system is interpreted immediately. Once you are done with that line, the system automatically interpret it for you. So we call it an interpreter. But we have other one that we call a compiler. A compiler waits until you have finished whatever you need to say before it compiles everything, and it will have to save it. That is to tell you that you can still go back to it over and over again. So we're going to go to the compiler where we can type in an information, save it. We will wait until you finish. If we have to run the whole page, it will wait for you to finish running it before it now interpret it. Okay, so for us to go there, just go to File, click on File and select New File. Okay, it brings you to this environment. This is a compiler environment, and we also call it a script. This is a script where you can write whatever you want to write and also run it. So for today, let's just quickly run that simple hello that we wrote on the other side. So hello, open a bracket, put it in a parenthesis, in a quote, and say hello everyone. Okay, so I'll close the quote and also close my bracket. Please make sure you close your quote and make sure you close your bracket. If you open two brackets, make sure you close the two brackets. Okay, so now I need to run it. For me to run it, I will first of all save it. So I'll click on File and then go to Save As. So what I'm going to do is to create a new folder. Just to create a new folder so that whatever I'm doing will always be on that folder. Okay. Oh, sorry, this one is bringing me to a file end. Let me just go back to desktop and create a folder on my desktop. Okay, the folder, let me just move it to practice. Let me write practice. That is the name of my folder, practice. Okay, so I will open the folder now and save it. Let me put the name as hello. But please, if you save in Python, you need to put an extension of py. That means it must end with .py. End it with .py. No matter the name that you use as your file name, but please end it with .py. Okay, thank you so much. And then we have already saved it. Now the next thing is to run our scripts. So for us to run it, we see run on the top of the screen. Just click on the run and click on run module, or you can just press F5. Press F5 on your keyboard. Okay, so when you click on it now, it brings us here and it says hello everyone. This is the last one we just run. Hello everyone. Okay, so that is it for today. Tomorrow we're going to be having more classes. My name is Godi Amaka. I'm a software developer and also a coding instructor. So if you need me, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number 081-780-66776. Thank you.